Hi guys, Precursor here. How to create a key that opens a door, a key door system, a specific door in Unreal Engine 4. First part. So let's start. Launch the engine. New project, blueprint, first person. Be sure to include starter content. Let's call it key door system. Okay, and create project. Okay, now let's first create a folder for the project. Content, right click, new folder. Let's call it key door system. Okay, we need a mesh for the key and for the door. We already have a door in the starter content, but we don't have the key. Let's locate the door. Here we are. This is the door. We also have a frame, okay, but we don't have a key. To create the actual key mesh, obviously we can import a mesh created with a 3D asset creation tool like 3ds Max, Maya, but I'll show you how to use an experimental feature of the Unreal Engine to create a key mesh from shapes directly in the Unreal Engine editor, a feature that not everybody knows of. First, we have to activate this feature. This feature is actor merging. So go to editor preferences, experimental. Okay, if I can find it. Actor merging. Okay, check and set as default. Okay, enabling this, you are able to merge a blueprint or multiple selected meshes in a level into a single mesh, and the merged shapes will share a single UV for light maps. When you merge those meshes, it will create a new mesh in the content browsers. However, to use this experimental feature, you have to restart the editor after enabling it. So do it now, close, and restart the editor. Okay, now I can show you the importance of saving every time you do something, because we lost the folder we created. So let's create again a folder, new folder, key door system, and this time save. Now we need to create a new blueprint in our folder. Blueprint class, actor. Let's simply call it key. It's a temporary blueprint. Open it. We will use this blueprint to build our key mesh. First of all, let's add a scene component. okay, name is not important. Now add the first static mesh. Let's select it, write pipe and select shape pipe 180. Here we are. Let's rename this back 1. Okay, now duplicate this mesh, back 2, move it, rotate it to 180 degrees and place it. Okay, if you have be sure that you have all the snappings on, so it's easier. Okay, and this is our the back part of our key. Okay, now add a new static mesh component. Select which, write again pipe, this time choose shape pipe. Okay, now let's place it. No. Here we are. Let's call it body. Okay, maybe it's too big. Yes, let's set this scale to 0.9. We need two pipes very small for the bits of the key. So let's duplicate this one. Bit 1. Move it. We need to change its scale. Let's try 0.1. 0.1. Too small. Let's try 0.2. No. 0.2. Let's rotate it. Degrees and place you might want to disable snapping to the grid, so you can able to move the bits where you want. Okay, now let's duplicate this one. Place, and you can change its position and length, to give more the semblance of a key. And here we have our let's say old style key. Compile and save. Okay, always say everything you do, save. And let's place it in our level. Edit 19 degrees, now let's change its scale, let's say 0.3, or you can do it you can do this directly into the blueprint as you wish. Okay, here we have our key. Or remember to turn on again angle snap, it might be useful. Okay, now let's merge our shapes to create our key mesh. Right click on it, merge actor. This will be available only after you checked the experimental feature and you restarted the editor. Merge actor. I think that you have to check generate light map UVs. I couldn't find documentation for this, so you have to experiment with this option. Let's just hit merge for now, and you have the mesh. Let's rename it here that it's easier. Shape key. Okay, now bring the shape key in the lab. What? Not this. This. And delete the old key and the blueprint we created. Okay, now let's create a new material. MFT red key. Let's open it. Bring in a constant 3 vector. Double click to select the color. Select red color. Okay, and connect to base color. Simply save, close. Apply the material to the key. Okay. So we created our red key. If we want, we can create different doors opened by different colored keys. Now select the key mesh and let's create a blueprint from this. Click blueprint, add script. Let's call it BP red key. Okay, blueprint. Let's move this in our folder. Now we need to open our character blueprint. First person blueprints here. First person character. Let's open it. And we need to create a variable. New variable. Let's call it got red key boolean. Okay, compile, save. Default value false. Boolean is practically true, false. Okay, compile and save and close. Now let's open our blueprint red key, convert it to a full blueprint. Click here. Okay, now we have a viewport with our key, a construction script and an event graph. Go to viewport. Let's add a sphere collision component. Make sure it envelopes the key. Okay, perfect. We need to modify let's rename it trigger. Now, for fun and respect for old style game, let's add a rotating movement to the key. Pretty self-explanatory about what it does. Compile and save. Now let's go to the event graph. Let's grab the trigger component, right click, add event, on component begin overlap. From other actor cast to first person character. So when this sphere trigger is overlapped by something, let's check if it's our first person character. Now, if it is, pull out from as first person character a set got red key and check it to set it true and connect the flow, the execution flow. Okay? Now call a destroy actor that is set to self the key, the red key blueprint. So let's recap. When the sphere trigger is overlapped by something, let's check if it's our first person character. If it is, let's grab and set is the player our first person character variable got red key and set in true, and then destroy the actor, the key actor. These two, practically you got the key, you took the key. Now go to viewport, select the key mesh, and as a collision preset set overlap only bound. Okay, always with the mesh selected. Oh, we forgot set it to movable, or otherwise the rotating movement won't work. Compile and save. Okay, let's try it in our level. Hit play. Oh, so you can see our key is rotating. Yeah. Let's try. Let's overlap it. Okay, so it's gone. We got the key. The variable on our character is now set to true. Okay, so when you overlap the key, it sets the player variable got red key to true and destroys the actor. This is a very simple system, just to show the mechanics. Obviously you can create an inventory system where the key is stored and maybe can also be dropped or examined and so on. Now, before we move on, let's create some kind of a small room to place the door in. Okay, let's say you can do it here. Let's move those away. Okay, let's see what we have in our architecture folder. We have a wall door. Bring in a wall door 400s or 300s and a simple wall. Okay, let's place okay. Super easy, just for demonstration purposes. Let's change the material. I don't like this it's too wide for me. Let's go to materials. Let's a simple brick clay. It's okay. Okay, done. We can increase the size of this one just to close the gap. Okay, perfect. In the second part we'll see how to create the door. Okay, so see you then. If you enjoyed the video, please subscribe and share. See ya.